President Ranil today held a meeting with the Tamil parliamentarians representing the North and East.
Implementation of the 13th Amendment, constitutional amendment to safeguard full powers of the Provincial Council under List 1 with the exception of police powers, and B. also to include specific functions in List 3 in the Provincial Council list subject to agreement among political parties in Parliament, because unless you agree we won't have 2/3. We got to talk to the Muslims, the Sinhalese and the Tamils there. So that is the one, so but North is virtually ready for implementation in time.
In this matter, this paper at page 14, I must say is wholly unsatisfactory.
13 or 14?
Page 14.
Yes, okay, this 13, my page, right.
Wholly unsatisfactory because even if you look at the recent history, after the war ended, President Mahinda Rajapaksa himself has made 3 joint statements with India. Now we are saying this just before you go to India. Joint statements, all 3 were made with India. And the joint statement said, we'll implement the 13th Amendment in full. Not full minus police powers, no. He said 13th Amendment in full and building upon it so as to achieve meaningful devolution. So there were 2 issues that were considered. One, that it has not been implemented in full yet, and that will be done. Second concession is that it is not meaningful. That is why it will be made meaningful. Even if you implement it in full, it is not meaningful devolution. That will be built upon in such a way as to achieve meaningful devolution. Not once, not twice. 3 times joint statements were made with India. This is going back on promises by both sides. Both the UPFA at that time and the current hybrid government.
Firstly, I am Ranil Wickramasinghe, not Ranil Rajapaksa. So I am not bound by, I am not going to say what President Rajapaksa did, but I do go along with him saying that there has to be full implementation of the 13th Amendment. But in the discussions we had earlier, when I mentioned full implementation, there was a big outcry and we decided that we'll go ahead and take up police powers later. So you got to decide on that. I am going to talk to the other party leaders before I have to speak to you. Next round will be them. If they want to go beyond this, I have no problem. So we will tell them this is what is on. If do you want this, do you want it less or do you want it more? I will not give it less. But if everyone agrees to give more, I will add it. I mean, why should I take this thing?